What's up, you guys? Welcome back to another episode of Wizard101. So today we are gonna go over my level 160 storm gear setup and kind of go over the stats and what gear I'm currently wearing, and along with my pet and of course mounts, because those kind of mash well together with my gear setup. So let's go ahead and put on my mount, my storm gulcher, so that my stats are up there. So let's go ahead and look at Chris Thundercloud's stats. So right off the bat, we have 207 storm damage, 133 life damage. We're going life for the secondary, but it's not really too important right now. But we just did because of the new slots in the Aeon gear. Same thing with resistance. We got 34 universal resistance and 41 to the balance school, mainly because of the slots once again. And we have 36 accuracy. We could up the opal ratings with the new ones over here that we can get at the jewel vendor. But they cost like 200,000 each. So when you try to buy the 31, 131,000. And I'm full on gems right now, but we can replace those eventually. I don't want to right now, but later down the road we will replace those jewels. Maybe get better jewels all around. But yeah, he has 8,738 health, 468 mana. He has a lot of training points. Don't worry about that, crowns. Don't worry about that. 130 energy, 794 critical rating for storm, 441 for life. Don't really care for the secondary like before. It is just for the jewels and whatnot, things added to the gear. 577 block rating, which is a lot better than previously. 48 armor pierce, which is great. 20 for life. And we also got 559, I can't talk right now, pip conversion. 99% power pip, 180 arc mastery rating, and 80 shadow pip rating. So that is his stats. For his gear, we are wearing the Dragoon Shocking Charm. I'm still using the Dragoon Amulet, mainly because of the spells are great. The stats are still great for 160 still. There are the Aeon amulets that you can use. They give you more health and resistance and whatnot, but they don't really give great spells. But I mean, you can still use the Aeon amulets if you want to go for more resistance. I like the Dragoon. There's not much difference between the 130 amulets or the Mercenary amulets or the new Novus amulets. There's not that much of a difference to make it game breaking to still use your Dragoon amulets. So I'm still using that. For the Atom, we're using the Fractal Aeon Atom, which gives 1,000 health, 174 mana, 17 power pip, 72 block, and 24 storm damage. We also got the 2 slots for Pierce. Added another triangle for the extra accuracy, and we got health on there. For boots, we have the Fractal Aeon boots, which gives a lot of damage, a lot of pierce, accuracy, gives resistance, just overall great boots. We also socketed some of those new sockets on there. We still have an empty power one, but we can add to that later. And for the Fractal Aeon Cape, same thing. Lots of Pierce, a lot better stats compared to our old level 100 Malister robe. We finally got a better robe for 160 for Storm. For the helmet, we are wearing the Fractal Aeon helm. Again, lots of pierce damage, some resistance. This gear is just great overall. And there's where the 10 resistance to balance goes. We can change that to spell proof, but we haven't gotten lucky with our drops yet, so yeah. And then we got the Fractal Aeon ring for our ring, which gives 19 damage, 100 crits. We also got those slots for extra pierce. Overall, great ring. For the wand, we have the Fractal Aeon sword, which gives 9 storm pierce, some extra life stuff as well, 29 storm damage, and of course the extra pip. It has a square socket. We haven't unlocked that socket yet, but we can put another square socket onto that for more resistance overall. For the deck, we're using the Fractured Aeon deck, which gives the Starblade Charm or Starblade Blade. We will look at that shortly. It has the tier socket and gives good crit, gives arc magic rating as well. Also good health. So overall, great deck. Let's go ahead and look at it now. So for the spells, we just have our AoEs in our deck just to quickly kill pretty much anything in any situation, including boss fights. Really, all Storm needs is just some AoEs, and that's it. For the actual spells we get is Life Fuel, Goat Monk from our gear and whatnot, Seraph, Starblade, which I was talking about earlier, gives 35% to the next life, death, and storm spell. And then we just get some regular storm hits, which I currently have X'd out, along with these life spells. We also get the 2 Squall Wyverns for the AoEs. And for treasure cards, I usually use some Elemental Blades, just so I can easily pull some extra cards. You can have all kinds of different blades. It just depends what you want. They're pretty easy to buy from search and treasure card vendors. So, yeah. There's that. That's a deck setup for the pet. I don't think I showed you guys pet. Here's a pet. We got the Mega Scaly Frillasaur from the Fossil Warrior set. Gives a lot of damage. So we got the 6-3, 6-9, 3. We didn't have the Mighty on it, so it's not a 10% dealer, but that's fine. It's just 1% difference. Otherwise, we would have 208 damage instead of 207. We got the 32 extra crit rating on there as well. You can replace that with a spell proof, and it'll be great. We don't have another pet that's like that, so we might train one in the future, maybe a triple double, or just go for a quad or a quinta spellproof pet maybe. So we could probably aim for that next. But for the mounts, it's always probably gonna be the Gulcher mounts, the Storm Gulcher. So that is his total stats there, guys. 207 damage, great. Storm has overtaken fire with this gear and damage, but everything else is not as great as fire. But they've decided to have Storm have more damage now, which is great. Storm also has a lot more health. Previously, I think my health was like around 6k, almost 7k. When we started Novus without this gear, and this gear brought it up to 8.7k, which is great for Storm. My accuracy is great. We will summon 100% of the time. So yeah, the only downside is power pip, but you can, use your paradox decks as well, or maybe your merciless deck. It just depends. I didn't get the merciless decks, but I will still use the paradox if I do get annoyed by the power pip. We can switch that out since it does have the plus 10% power pip to get 100% power pip on there. But we're sacrificing some arc magic rating, some crit. We're just sacrificing a lot of stats if we change to that. So we can live with just the 1% power pip difference on here. So that is Chris Thundercloud's stats though, guys. That's all his gear. If you guys are wondering where you get all this gear from, I made a video on the best 160 gear in the game and how to get all that gear in that video. That video is like a whole hour-long video. There is timestamps in that video to help skip through the stuff that you don't want to watch and you just want to get to all the good stuff, so you don't have to listen to all my talking the whole hour of that video. So go ahead and watch that, and thanks for watching, and we will see you guys next time. Peace out.